former Conservative MEP, I should say, chairman of the Freedom Association, and now Reform UK supporter. Hello, David.
Hi, Mark. How are you doing? Nice to see you.
Wonderful to see you again after quite a long time. So, David, before we kick off and discuss Kemi Badenoch and this latest development in regard to social housing for people from overseas, you have defected to Reform UK and you've written about it in a fascinating piece in the Daily Express newspaper. Why did you make the move?
Well, to be honest, Mark, I just think the country's in such a mess now that we need a revolution, a revolutionary government, as I put it. And I think only Nigel Farage actually offers that. I've known him for 22 years. People remain friends, you know, a bit of movement here and there. But I've got huge confidence in him, and I love the policy platform that's coming together. I think, you know, that will be transformational for the country, and I felt I need to support him. I need to support the policy agenda.
Was Kemi Badenoch's shift to the right with the axing of the ECHR, the axing of the net zero target, with these policies now in regard to people from overseas, were those policies not enough to keep you on board?
I just don't think she'll be able to deliver them. I mean, the Conservative Party now is more to the left, really. It's dominated by left of centre. And my fear is, I mean, she talks well. I mean, I welcome those, and that's going the right direction. But I think the Conservative problem is it hasn't delivered. And by the way, the other thing that really annoyed me, and she's done it again, is Kemi has insulted local councillors who worked damn hard. And we lost quite a few Conservative councillors who were friends of last election in Norfolk and, of course, the east of England. And you know, to insult them, as you know, it's all about bins or whatever it was. And last time she said it was a free hit. Not just after the local elections. So I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on with Kemi. She seems to be acting bizarrely.
Well, I tend to agree with you, certainly in relation to supporting the candidature of a former neo-Nazi as a local Tory councillor. Seemed like a strange hill to die on.
I was stunned by that. I think, you know, would Maggie Thatcher have actually sort of paused for any length of time before saying no? I mean, any political skill would say, don't do it. I mean, you know, Crewkerne Gazette produces, this Josh character produces, is brilliantly done, whatever. But Kemi is always the heroine in it, by the way. So I just found it sent all the wrong messages. And the fact that Jewish groups would not meet Kemi, I think, is very serious. I think it's kind of destabilized her because it was such an error.
I think it screams own goal, doesn't it? David, do you think the leader of the party that you now support, Nigel Farage, will be able to shake off the negative headlines around that notorious donation of £5 million from a crypto billionaire?
Well, I think actually some of it is because people that understand crypto, and it sounds odd, you know, but it's actually very mainstream now, crypto, in the world. Central banks are looking at it and using it. I just think it's establishment piling on to Nigel. I think he made the right decision to have a by-election because that's what they wanted. Just like with Boris, the same plan, force him through the standards committee, you know, fix that, the kangaroo court, as it was called at the time, force a by-election. Well, he's gone first, and I've been up there to help him in Clacton, and the support is incredible, actually, from people there. They can see through these games at the established thing.
Do the Conservatives and Reform UK cancel each other out, though, David? Because notwithstanding your misgivings about some of Kemi Badenoch's remarks, she's proving to be a popular leader. She's steadied the ship for the Conservatives, and at the time of the next election, whether it's this year, next year or the year after, millions of people will vote Conservative.
Well, it's interesting. You know, she's ruled out the coalition with Reform, which I think is ultimate folly. I mean, you know, by all means, you know, say you'd rather not and you know, push the Conservative message. But
fudge it, yeah. Fudge it's the way to do it, right?
Well, that's a valid policy, but to rule it out in the face of the polling, which suggests she'll go backwards. I mean, by the way, ever since Burnham came on board, the Tories have gone back 2%, 3%. They're slipping in the polls again. I think that is causing real trouble. I just don't think it's very practical. I mean, we've got to put the best interests of the countries first. Many good friends I respect in the Conservative Party. I will not attack them personally. I will point out problems and things they've done. But we've got to come together. I mean, the polls are saying coalition is likely, and it really is about who's top dog in that. I hope it's reform now, and we have a revolutionary agenda to back, and I hope the Conservatives can do that. To rule that out and behave like this is such bad politics.
It doesn't really make sense, does it, to be so incredibly, sort of not leaving any options open under the circumstances. The political right, there's a worry, isn't there? Because if there's a hung parliament at the next election, no problem, a deal can be done. But by that time, it could be too late.
Well, I mean, you've got coalitions, as an MEP, as you know, and coalitions quite common. We've just seen in Germany the grand coalition of basically their Labour, their Conservative Party, CDU and the SPD, Labour, were working together. And I fear that I hope Kemi isn't thinking of backing Labour and having, the old party coalition. It's a possibility. It's what's happened in Germany, though it's just collapsed. I hope that's not the case, and that the sensible voice in the Conservative Party actually don't rule out working with Reform. There are seats that Reform doesn't play, and there are many seats that Conservatives don't play, and Reform does. So I don't know. I mean, we don't want to be talking about deals now and all of that, but I think a bit of sort of humility and not attacking each other would go down well.
No. Now, David, anti-migrant protesters were arrested after a mob attacked homes they believed were housing asylum seekers. Clearly, any violence and disorder is completely unacceptable, but anger around how we accommodate illegal immigrants is perhaps understandable.
Yes, I mean, it's Norfolk. It's down the road to me. I'm in Norwich, Thetford, and it's very concerning. I mean, people are getting really fed up with, all these people turning up off the boats, getting free benefits and getting housing, social housing. And that's what triggered this. And as you rightly say, I do not condone attacking policemen or biting a policeman, policewoman.
Yeah.
That's not acceptable. But the underlying anger is very, very real. They want to have a big camp down the road with more asylum seekers or so-called asylum seekers. Many of these people are just economic migrants, want a better life. You can understand at one level, but this is just completely out of hand now, and it's very, very serious.
It most definitely is. David, wonderful to see you after all this time.